not looking for excuses, I'm asking where they are. Thank you. I don't expect anything like this to ever happen again. I don't care who you think you take orders from. It won't happen again. Darling, can I come in? Oh, look at you. Poor thing. Do you want to tell me what happened? Well, I've had their version already. I'd like to hear it from you. I see. Yes, I have been told that he didn't mean to, but... No, of course I'm not angry at you. I just don't like seeing you getting hurt, is all. I mean, you're part of a team. They're meant to have your back. You shouldn't be getting hurt. Oh, I'm sure it was. You are very, very brave. And very generous to be giving your time to protecting your people. Even though none of them ever seemed to appreciate it enough. And I understand that things can go wrong. I've been in plenty of battles myself. It's hard to keep track of everything that is happening. But of course, there's no way that Stark could have possibly known that firing one of his, whatever he calls them, could have ricocheted in such a way. And, of course, you're not that badly injured. I wouldn't be as calm as I am if you were anything but. But it doesn't change the fact that he was careless. I leave you down here in the belief that you will be okay and that you are surrounded by people who care about you and have your best interests at heart, as I always do. And yet... well... I'm not sure I can handle this happening again. Well, not for my sake, for yours, darling. My dear, I just hate seeing you in pain. And to think that one of your friends was partly responsible. I would hate it if there were any doubts in your mind, wondering whether or not he... well, whether anything could have happened on purpose, is all. Of course, I shouldn't suggest such things, but... I cannot help but be concerned when I see the way some of them are. You do not notice it, of course. They wouldn't talk about such things when you aren't there. Well, nothing outright. I purely mean I wonder sometimes if some of them are jealous of you. You are under the protection of a god, after all. And you are so much better than the rest of them. How could they possibly hope to compare? And a lot of you have fans, people, the public, who look up to you. And it's very clear who they are preferring at the moment. Turns out humans can have taste after all. I don't say these things to make you worried. I just think that you should be aware. Of course. I shouldn't have mentioned it. You should, get some rest. I'll be here when you wake up. Oh, I have, matters to attend to. But rest assured, it'll all be sorted by the time you wake, and we can spend all the time together that you want. Does that sound good? Good. Then, rest up. You'll see me soon. Rise and shine, Pet. How are you feeling? I did have you looked over. I just wanted to check myself and double check with the healers that you were fine. Healers, yes. Our healers. The royal healers. Yes, if it was not obvious by how much more tasteful everything looks. Yes, you are on Asgard. Why? Well, why not? I want you to have the best recovery possible, and I haven't really gotten to show you around before. I thought perhaps this could be a sort of, holiday. Yes, for you. You deserve a break from all of them, and all of that mess down there. Don't you want to spend more time with me? Well, then, I fail to see the problem. Oh, I'm sure everything will be fine down there. They have plenty of you talented mortals with abilities and all of that down there. You can afford to take a break. You deserve one. Oh, don't worry, I had some things brought with you. I know you're quite attached to plenty of your possessions. No, I don't think contacting the others would be wise. Well, they didn't seem all that concerned in the first place. Well, not as concerned as I was, darling. I don't see why you would need to reach out and contact any of them when I'm right here. What more company could you need? To let them know that you're okay. If they really cared that much about your well-being, I doubt we'd even be in this place to start with, so. Oh, your phone was in your pocket. I see. No, it's not a problem. My apologies if that was, if that was uncomfortable to lay on. I did not think to, go through your pockets. I wouldn't have thought you might have had anything on you, so. What are you doing? Didn't I just say there would be little point? I'm not even sure exactly how, cell phone reception would really work in Asgard. Well, yes, I'm sure I could make the exception for you, but I don't see why I would do that. You may think of them as your friends, Pet, but And whenever they really treat you the same. You have everything you could possibly want up here. I don't see why you would need to contact them. Missed calls. May I see? I'm sure it's nothing. You are persistent. I can't complain. That is one of the reasons why I fell in love with you in the first place. I think I'll be taking this, though. I don't see why you would possibly have a need for it. Well. Sure. I suppose if you had games and... I suppose it still works as a camera. I do love looking at photos of you. No, I think we'll make sure you won't be getting any reception up here. Well, there's really no need for it. Well, they haven't checked in with you so far, have they? Oh, right, you're unaware of how long you are unconscious for. It's been a week, yes. And you can see for yourself. Other than a couple missed calls from the captain and Stark, there isn't really anything in there, is there? I don't think anything could have gotten deleted. So suspicious. You're not thinking I possibly could have gone through and deleted things, are you? I thought you trusted me. I thought you were the only person who did. It's all right. You're agitated. You're in a new place. But yes, darling, you were out for quite a while. Well, You know what, you're right, you should trust me. And you love me, yes, so why should I hide anything? You're the only one who has ever accepted all of me. Even the parts I didn't know about myself. My powers, my heritage, my identity. So surely you would understand. I am the only one that could truly accept you as well, and frankly the others just weren't doing a good enough job at keeping you safe. And while this transition period, bringing you here, happened, I wanted you to be restful, you know? So that when you woke up here, everything was perfect for you. I couldn't have anything messing with that, so yes, I kept you asleep. And isn't it wonderful up here? I did also have a separate room made up in case you wanted the feeling of, having your own space, but there is a doorway there. Yes, that connects to it. Your rooms. You're currently in my quarters. Well, I wasn't going to not give you your privacy after all. But I wanted us to be close. Well, I had some more of my rooms fashioned into yours, so they weren't originally intended to be bedrooms, hence, or someone else's quarters, so if you wanted to leave them, you would have to exit through into my rooms and then exit out into the corridor. But I don't see why you would want to leave yet. You're still in such a state. If you come through needing anything, I'll see you, and I can call up whatever you could possibly need. Perhaps in a while I'll give you a tour. You still seem quite obsessed with this idea of me keeping you asleep. I don't really see what the problem was. You were hurt. It was easier this way. Honestly, I'm doing this all for you, you know. To keep you safe. So that this sort of thing doesn't happen again, and you don't seem to be appreciating it. They won't be contacting you. So there's not really any point in giving you any reception, any ability to contact them now, is there? I can be quite sure about it. I made sure of it myself. You didn't need them anyway. They didn't care about you. You were just another employee, another number to add to their roster. How many had they already lost? How many people do they cycle through and move on? And you were so different from them. They couldn't understand you. Your powers are so like mine. I could teach you how to grow them. They were starting to fear you. Imagine if they did to you what had been done to me. You weren't alive when the mortals were hunting witches. Don't underestimate what they're capable of. So I had to get you out of there. You won't be going back. Why would you want to go back? I have everything here you could possibly need. Friends. Aren't I better than having friends? And if you insist, I'm plenty sure the palace staff will be nice with you. Though you are the only company that I need, I don't know why you can't feel the same. Then I shall have to make you understand. Because I know that you want to. I mean, you love me. And you weren't lying, were you? We're perfect for each other. None of them could have possibly cared about you the way that I do. I am the only one who truly loves the real you, who can see all of your potential and what you are. They didn't deserve to get to spend time with you. Not that that matters now. You'll be so much better off here. And if I have to keep you in these quarters until you learn, then... I mean, you'll be safer in here anyway. There's no way that you'll get accidentally shot at ever again. How do you know it was an accident? No. No. And even if it was, I can't allow you around such reckless people. What does it matter what I did? You don't need to live in the past. Look at the future I am making for us. You really are hung up about it. I really don't see what the big deal is. I'm still here, isn't that all that matters? I'm your family, not them. You didn't need them, they were holding you back. How many times had you vented to me about things that had gone on between you lot? No. You do want to be here. You asked me to bring you here many times in the past. I have been in a cell. Trust me, this isn't at all the same. Apologies. But you don't seem to understand. Think of this more like a hospital room, so that you can recover. But granted, it's nice that any hospital room you could ever hope for. I don't think you should leave until you're well enough to. Of course, I'll be the dictator of that. I don't think I trust your judgment at the moment. I'll have to keep monitoring you. I don't see the point in visiting Earth. I don't know how many times I need to say it. You don't need them. And regardless, they wouldn't come and look for you, would they? Do you think they would care enough? No. I'd go to the ends of the earth to find you. They're far too busy to be bothered with you. You're not a high enough priority for them. And even if they wanted to, they couldn't. So it's not worth thinking about. Forget about them. I can't have done what? Just because I stop by and join in all of your silly little movie nights and dinners. Just because I may look the same on the outside. You forget what I am. I'm not some witch or mutant. I am a god. My power is incomprehensible to the majority of you, and I will use it however I see fit to protect what is mine. And if Midgard has a problem with it, Asgard has no problems going to war. But you needn't worry. I wouldn't bring war here. This is meant to be your safe haven. No. they'll never trace it back to us. That isn't something you need to worry about, is it? Not anymore. Just let them, drift from your memories. You're getting yourself quite worked up. It's been stressful. I'll have some food and drink brought to you, and you can calm down. And perhaps we can have dinner together. I'd love to be able to show you the foods here. Or if you're going to continue to mouth off like that, to continue to be this ungrateful, I suppose I can't blame you. You are only Midgardian after all. Perhaps you do not understand such ideas. Why I'm doing what I'm doing, why it makes sense. But you will. Because we're made for each other. I love you. And having you up here, getting to see you all of the time rather than having to just come down to Midgard for the occasional visit. We will be able to have a life up here. We can have so much fun. I could teach you how to be the perfect pet. Not that you're so much beneath me. You would be royal consort. But behind closed doors, we know how good you want to be for me. Even if you're pouting at the moment. Fine. But you'll realize that I'm doing this to protect you. Over time, you'll realize you don't have anything to fear or stress about up here in the skies. The earth will keep on turning as it always does. You needn't protect those who barely cared about you. You didn't owe them anything at all. You've done your part, and you deserve rest. And pleasure, which I can give to you in abundance. You turn from me, but as confused or angry you may be with me at the moment, you can't just suddenly fall out of love with me. I'll come see you again at dinner. And if I hear that you aren't eating or drinking, I will not be pleased. I didn't bring you all the way up here just for you to throw yourself into bad health. I am your savior, not your captor. If you wish to think of it that way. Fine. You'll change your mind soon enough. And if you don't, that's not a possibility. You want this even if you don't realize it. Tell me that you do not love me, then. Exactly. You love me, and I love you. And I am doing this for us. So that you never have to be without me. You never have to feel unloved ever again. Whatever anxieties and morals you are clinging to, you can let them go. And live in bliss up here. Be pampered by me. I'm not going to change how I treat you. You have every right to want to spend time on your own. You have every right to not want intimacy when you're not in the mood. But you shall never feel alone again. Well, do you have any preferences on what to eat, or shall I pick for you? I see, I'll be picking for you then. Well, you will understand why I'm doing this eventually. I love you. I will do whatever it takes to keep you safe. Even if that means locking you in this room. I can't bet you getting hurt. And you cannot tell me that you enjoy getting hurt. So. Things are better this way. You'll understand eventually. I know it. Because you're just like me. That's why we connected. But you're overwhelmed. I'll leave you be. I'll see you tonight. My new little palace pet. Thank you all so much for watching, my lovelies. A reminder that custom audio commissions are currently open. You can see all the information on my Ko-fi on how to get your commissions. I also have a Patreon. If everyone who followed me donated just £1 a month, that would help me out so much. The benefits of my Patreon include access to my Discord, your name in the credits of YouTube, and 2 exclusive Not Safe for Work audios every single month if you join the top fledgling tier. And a reminder that I do stream on Twitch usually 3 times a week. A thank you to my fledglings: Phoenix JN, Andy Christ, Enter, Solo Moon, Whipson, The Lucio Archives, Colleen Dawn, Snazzy NK, Ebony Voigt, Rasley D, Taylorg, Techsexual, Theo Nightmare, Liam, Mike Yavorski, Nesquick, Vampire Obsessed, Nerd Herder, Mouse, Ali Wally, B, Lizzie Hanyu, Jordan Draws, Food Crimes and Fire, Astrid Alton, Brandy Sirat, Atis, Shami, Ruby Granados, Quinton, Carry On, Pompey for Elephants, Euronotti, Asterash, Delmo, Unibosh, Psych, Percy, EJ Fears, Kudo, Hell, Noel Ancona, Aether, Tiffany Boyer, Nothing to See Here, and Ali Lokian. And a thank you to my familiars: Kryek, Neuron Name, Abby Clayton, Maximum, Doris, Dandelion, Saladuria, Lauren Lovett, Abby, Hunbun, Sev, Finn, Lamo, I'm Just Here for Yato, and Heather.